Hi there, students. Tinker. A tinker, a noun, a person, a profession. Or to tinker, particularly to tinker with something. Okay, to tinker with something is to fiddle with something, to adjust or work with it, but in an unskilled way or experimentally. So you're adjusting it, you're repairing it, you're trying to make it better. Yeah, you're fiddling with it. So my dad spent all day tinkering with his car. Let's see, a tinker. A tinker used to be a travelling metal worker, somebody who worked with tinker, um, repairing household things, normally made of metal. So, I don't know, if you've got a broken pot, you could give it to the tinker to repair. But tinkers don't really exist nowadays. But the verb to tinker or to tinker with something, yes, we do use it. So it's to try and make something better, but you're not very skillful at it. To play with it to try and make it work. This pump is not working and I've been tinkering with it. Have you ever tinkered with the settings of your computer? You can end up with a computer that doesn't work because you don't know how to undo what you've done in your tinkering. Okay, so to tinker with someone, to make unskilled experimental efforts at repair of something. The government is tinkering with this piece of legislation. They're trying to make modifications to it to make it better. Maybe they are tinkering with the fiscal policies of the nation. So they're manipulating it. And with the word tinker, I'm giving the nuance. It's unskilled. They're clumsy at it. They're not very good at it. Okay, so but notice to tinker with something. To repair something, to try to repair something. He's been tinkering with that engine for hours, but I don't think he's ever going to get it started again. Normally, if I start tinkering with something, I'm going to have to get an expert to come and actually repair it properly for me. Let's see, you could use the word, you could call a child a tinker. A rascal, a kid who doesn't behave very well. Although I would say calling a kid a tinker like that, it's very old-fashioned. Let's see, we have tinker in this verse in English: tinker, tailor, soldier, sailor, rich man, poor man, beggar man, thief. This is a way to choose something at random. Yeah, tinker, tailor, soldier, sailor, rich man, poor man, beggar man, thief. Tinker, tailor, etc. Okay. Also, we have the phrase, maybe a little old-fashioned as well: I don't give a tinker's curse about this. I don't care. I don't give a flying about this. Yeah. So you use this: I don't give a tinker's curse. I don't really care. It's of no consequence to me. Okay, but yeah, to tinker about with something, don't tinker with it because you'll end up breaking it. Yeah, he was tinkering with his radio to try and make it work better. But I don't normally think that's a very good idea. Okay, so a tinker. Well, the origin, this goes back a long way, as far back as the 13th century. A metal worker, probably a gypsy as well, or some sort of traveller. And there was a tinker. So It was a profession, but nowadays just to meddle with something, to fiddle with it, to try to make it better or to try to make it work, but you're not very good with it. So how formal is this? To tinker with something. I would give this maybe a 4.5, 4.75 in formality. It's almost neutral, but tends ever so slightly to the less formal side. Use it in something semi-formal and something informal, but don't use it in something very formal. Very formal to, I think, to meddle with, to play with, something like that. And what about the origin of this word tinker? Well, in Old English there was a word tincere or tincere, which came from the word tin. I think the cere bit is to do with a beekeeper, cera, wax. And then in Proto-Germanic, kazjaz, a vessel maker. I don't know. So, yeah, don't tinker with it. Stop playing with it. You'll never make it work. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Tinker. Tinker, tailor, soldier, sailor.